Hi, Sanders back again. Let's go ahead and get started on doing our building and editing a standard card or a shuffle card using the advanced card builder. Bring up my share screen. Hopefully, there we go. Come down, I'll find the card that I wish to work on. Select edit. It'll take a couple seconds to load in. While we're doing this, I'll remind you guys that we started using the standard template number 18. We started working from the top to the bottom. I like to see it in the smaller size. Gives me a better idea of what it's going to look like on my phone. We've changed our logo. We've changed our first carousel, and we're down to our first link button. I'm going to hover over it, left click, or select it. That brings up the editing window. For our editing, it's all pretty good. Standard size is blank, but that is the standard size. We can change our icon or the appearance of the button itself. We can change our button text, change the text style. We can bold. We can italicize it. We can change the font size. Changing the font size is actually going to change the size of the button. We can highlight the numbers, put in what size font we want. Or over on the side, very hard to see on share screen, but you have up and down arrows and you can scroll through that and change it to the size that you wish. I'm going to stay with the default 16. We can change our text color. Right underneath it, you'll see the color of your text. You can click on it. It'll bring up your palette. If you have a preferred color that you wish or a shade that you wish, you can put in the hex number, and that shade will be your text color. Our font family, we can use this default fonts, the shuffle fonts, or we can go and use Google fonts. And if you know the Google font that you want to use, start typing it in. It will put it in there. Our link can be just about anything we want, a URL, an address, your phone SMS, email, Skype, a nice selection of different things. Usually for my links, buttons, I'll go with the standard URL, or I can go with a PDF file. If I do a PDF file, it brings up any PDF files I've already uploaded, or I can upload a separate PDF file, and that button will then take you to that PDF file. So the link that I'm going to use is going to be for, let's see, Zoom chat. So let's copy it. I'll clear it out, paste in my link, X out, clear out the text, write in my text that I wish to be for it to be. We can come back down. We can change the background color again. choose a color, or if you know the hex color that you wish, they also have some preloaded colors. You can change the margin and the padding, which is going to change the appearance of your button slightly. We can clone it or we can hide it. If we hide it, you graze it out, it will not appear on your finished card. I'm going to go ahead and clone this, and we'll do another quick run through. Yes, I'm going to select it. My text is going to be my first card. This was the original card that I made my first time. It is a standard card, one of the older cards, but it's still a very effective card and gets a lot of clicks per month. Considering that I no longer am pushing the card and I'm not really putting it out there for people to see, but it still gets a good number of hits each month. I'll change my URL to it. Now I have 2 links. Again, we can always keep cloning and put as many link buttons on there as we wish. We can make them different colors, change the font color. For now, I'm going to go with just the 2, which brings us to our video. Select it. We come up with our editing screen, and I'll come over and grab that URL for my first video. We'll X out the information that's already in there, paste in my URL. We are only using YouTube or Vimeos. Hopefully they'll open it up for others, but for now, that's what we've got. You can change the width of your video. I recommend just leaving it the same size. Again, we're talking about looking at it on a phone. That's what they were designed for. The bigger the picture, the bigger the video, the longer you'll keep interest in it. We can clone the card or we can hide it, or the video, or we can hide it. I'm going to go ahead and clone it because I am going to put video number 2 on there eventually. For now, I'm just going to leave it as cloned. We'll go to our text block. I'll go ahead and go down and get the text that I have prepared for this. I still have some more text to put in, but this gives you guys an idea of what we can do. All I've done was select, highlight it all. I'm going to paste over it. Now I've got my information on there instead of the preset stuff. Some of the things that we can do, come up here. If you bring your cursor up, put it in the area that you wish for, you can select different sizes. Your text on that will correspond to it. For bold, we highlight it, select bold, there we go. Some of the other options, the 3 little dots, italicize it, quotes. My favorite, the link. If we wish to, we can put a link on there. Paste it in place. Save it. And now we have a link inside our text, and you can put that link anywhere you want, as many of them as you wish. I'm going to go ahead and take this link out because I don't wish to keep it in there. Come over here, click on link, boom, it's gone, back to the standard. Again, I can change the font. I can use the default fonts, or I can use Google font, any font I want from Google. I can change the font size. We can change the alignment to the left, centered, right, justified, whatever your personal choice is. We can change our text color. We can change the padding around it or the borders around the text itself. We can clone it or we can hide it. Excuse me. Now, I've done a lot of changes to this thing, and if my computer glitches up on me, I've lost all this work, so I'll have to redo it. So it's a good idea to save often and save many times. There is no auto save feature. Takes a couple of seconds for it to save it. It's well worth your time. I've lost a lot of cards. And I just lost this one because it glitched. Finally. Starting to worry me there. Okay, so I'm still in my editing screen. Let's take a quick look at preview, see what we've come up with so far. We'll go back up to the top. We have our logo, our first carousel, our two links, my two videos, or my video and my clone of my video. I have my text in. Next up is going to be our profile shot, our headshot, or as I like to think of it, a featured image. And I need to go back to edit screen. Scroll down to it. Oh, I'm sorry. Next up is going to be our social media buttons. While I was taking a break, I played around with it and I ended up messing them up. So yours will be different when you bring yours up. They'll be visible. We have a default size. We can change the icon. We can change the background color. We can put a link in. When you bring yours up, there will be a link already there. Just exit out. Get the link you wish to put in there. And it'll automatically highlight, or it'll automatically come back and show you not grayed out. Open it in new tab, which is my preferred way of doing it. We can add a PDF file. We can change the text color. We can change the margin and the padding around it. We can clone that, or we can hide it. Simple with the rest of them. Same basic steps. I'm only going to add 2. And we'll just keep rolling with that. Now we're down to our profile picture. Or as I like to think of it, our featured image. So I'm going to change that. The image that I want is very similar to this one, but it's not that one. So I'm going to upload it. Select it. and it's going to insert that image that I want. Looks almost exactly the same, right? There is a difference, and we'll get to that in just a few minutes. Come down to our name. I like using black for my name for some reason. I've already bolded, italicize it. Again, these are all your personal choices, how you wish for your name to appear. And some of our different options on it. Your font color. If you wish to put a link in there, link it, PDF file, or any of the other options that you have. I usually leave it blank. Again, we can change our alignment, move it around inside the block itself, change our padding or the spaces around it, change our margin, our font family. Again, we can use default font or we can use Google Fonts. Our font size, we can clone or we can hide. Our next section down is the professional name, business name, company name, whatever you choose to put in there, if you choose to have anything in there. Very easy to change, same basic editing formats. Still have your text color that you can select, a link, your alignment, bold or italics, the padding, the margin, your font family, font size can all be the same or all what you choose. The next little block down is the owner section. And you can change that to read whatever you wish it to read. Again, I've got a thing about using black. It just stands out better to me. And we have our standard options. Next is our contact information. I very seldom actually use my phone number. So I'm going to X my phone number out. It grays it out. We have SMS or text messages, email, a map, Skype, Facebook Messenger. If you have those and you wish to include them, fantastic. If you don't, like me, don't. Our next area down is our forward my info, save my info, the invitation code, and powered by Shuffle. So let me go ahead and save that fairly quickly before I forget again. Hopefully I won't glitch up. Hopefully it'll do it fairly quickly. My computer is being very slow tonight. Fantastic, we've got it saved. And we're still in edit mode. And that is building a basic card. There are still a few other tricks, editing things that I can show you, which I will be glad to do in our next video, which will be the last in this series. And then we'll continue on from there and see how we're doing. Appreciate it. Y'all have a safe day. And remember, everything that I've showed you can be improved upon. I am not the expert in building a card. I am not the guru, and I don't know all the answers. But if you do have a question, reach out. I will do the very best I can to help you. As always, take care. Life happens. Have a good day.